Hello viewers, welcome to Unbox. Please subscribe to stay updated with all latest news on Donald Trump. Donald Trump vows to take on Marxist lunatics and perverts in Moms for Liberty speech. Former President Donald Trump blasted the God-hating radical left during the Mothers for Freedom Summit and urged conservative mothers to be activists on behalf of their children. Saying he wants to free our children from the Marxist lunatics and perverts who have pervaded our education system, Trump vowed to issue an executive order one day to cut federal funding to any school that advance critical race theory, transgenderism, and other inappropriate racial and gender elements or political content. He also pledged to transfer our educational system to the states, which he said was not a planned part of his remarks, and described radical left-wing socialism as an established religion and cult, adding that he would do so, directing the Ministry of Justice to prosecute violations of the incorporation requirement. Instead of taking their kids to church, they believe in taking the kids to see performances, he said. Instead of teaching them to say their prayers, they teach them to recite their consciences. He called for eliminating tenure for teachers in K-12 schools, mandating transparency of the curriculum for parents, and implementing universal school choice. He also pushed for the direct election of principals by parents. This will be the ultimate form of domestic control and parental rights, he said. They want to take your children from you and in many cases they deform your child, he said, promising to eradicate gender ideology in schools. He added, I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that engages in chemical or physical mutilation of a young minor no longer meets federal health and safety standards. She will be terminated to receive federal funds effective immediately. He said he would seek a bill from Congress to ban child transfers nationally and investigate hospitals and drug companies for their involvement in pushing the measures to take over liberal colleges and universities. Trump said he would expel all far-left accreditation groups that allowed colleges to become under the control of Marxist lunatics and freaks. Trump, who called Mothers for Freedom a popular juggernaut, told fathers who came from all over the country, "You have to be an activist nowadays because we're dealing with crazy people. They took over our colleges and universities and then infiltrated our elementary schools," Trump said. This left-wing cultural revolution is designed to overthrow the American Revolution. Trump listed many of his accomplishments as president, including the Every Student Succeeds Kill the Common Core law and the signing of a tax credit allowing parents to spend $10,000 a year tax-free to send their children to private religious schools. He went after the colleges for not protecting free speech, banning critical race theory, and setting up a 1776 commission to promote patriotic education. Trump, who has called President Joe Biden a hated American socialist, said the president had weaponized law enforcement against his political opposition. Trump has defended Mothers for Freedom, which was recently designated an extremist hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. Under the Biden administration and the FBI, they even targeted you, patriotic parents at school board meetings, Trump said, telling the crowd, "You are not a threat to America, you are the best thing that ever happened to America." He vowed to go after government bureaucrats starting with every corrupt official who has targeted Mothers for Freedom. "Don't mess with America's mothers," he added. "Our beloved nation teeters on the brink of tyranny." Trump has praised meritocracy in college admissions now that the Supreme Court has blocked admissions based on race, which he said would not have happened without his appointments to Justices Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. He also scored a victory in other Supreme Court decisions such as student loans and the overturning of Roe v. Wade, saying that Republicans need to learn to work with abortion and talk about it. "If you do that, you will have a huge victory," he said. "And if you don't, you're going to get in some trouble." Trump supports states deciding to limit abortion, which is a source of contention among conservatives. Trump was introduced by Representative Byron Donalds, Republican Florida, who spoke about his mother's decision to withdraw him from a failing school in order to send him to a better one. "I'm not here without her sacrifice," he said. "They oppose you because they think, really, kids belong to them," he added, referring to a misstep by former Virginia Democratic Governor Terry McAuliffe that many now believe has lost him the gubernatorial election. Glenn Youngkin, right. The summit, which was attended by hundreds of mothers from across the country, included breakout sessions to educate and coach parents on how to deal with the issues in their local schools. Moms for Liberty was founded in 2021 by Tiffany Justice and Tina Descovich and has already gained national notoriety in the wake of revelations in schools about critical race theory, secretly switching children's sexes, Attorney General Merrick Garland directing the FBI to investigate parents as domestic terrorists, and operations lockdowns caused by the coronavirus that have stunted the growth of children across the country. Presidential candidates Governor Ron DeSantis and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley spoke earlier Friday, while Vivek Ramaswamy and former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson are scheduled to speak on Saturday. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure to press the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video.